Hey, what's going on, everyone? Scott and Gage here. Hope everyone's doing good. We're at Bunker Hill. If you don't have this settlement, I finished this save with the Minutemen, and as soon as I finished the game, Bunker Hill opened up as one of my settlements. In one of my other playthroughs, I believe it was when I did the railroad ending, Preston Garvey sent me over here to get this settlement. And then in the main storyline, there is a pretty big battle that goes on here for the Institute. But now that it's over, this settlement is mine. There's not a whole lot of room in here. There's a lot that's already been built, and you can't get rid of it, but you can add decorations to it. And then there are some few places where I was able to fit in a few new buildings to help make room for the settlers. The statue was here. I've added the flags, the flag up there on the obelisk. Then that scaffolding piece there, I was able to place it up there on top with the turrets on top. Then I placed a guard post up on the scaffolding. Now this piece of scaffolding was here, and you can't get rid of that. So you might as well use it. And it's right here in front of the door, so it was a good place to put a guard post without, because you ain't got a lot of room under here. So then this was another building that was here. So I've set up kind of like a work area underneath it. And then we'll head up into it, and it's just a bunkhouse. There's not a lot of room in here, but I'm able to place a few beds and a few decorations and things like that. Then we'll move over here. I was able to pillar glitch in this little hut right here. I'm using it as a guard post to guard this entrance. There's only two entrances into Bunker Hill, this door and the main gate there. So I've got him a armored Minuteman outfit here, and he's assigned to that guard desk right there, guarding my entrance. And there are a lot of caravan workers here, mixed in with your settlers. You can't assign them to anything. They don't work in the settlement, but they do have beds around that you can't get rid of. And then with space being limited, I built my workshop and everything on top of the main building there. And the scaffolding, I thought, went right in with the other scaffolding that was already here. So I've just built myself a little patio area out front, and then my workshop inside. Then I was able to hide my generator and things up here too. I didn't want to build all the way out there because the rest of the roof slopes down, and it kind of that fabric on top, it didn't really look right. It looked like it was floating. Then we'll head back down and we'll continue around this way. This another building that was here. I just added some crates, some decorations on the inside to give it a little more character. I added some of the cappies and things like that around. I thought, why not? They fit in. Then try to use space. I use the scaffolding a lot here because I wanted an elevated house, so I'd have a place to put my crops underneath of it. And the scaffolding really works out great for this, especially here at this settlement, because it's not very wide. You don't have a lot of build room, as you can see here, between the fence that's already here when you get the settlement and the main building that you just can't do much with other than decorate it a little bit. So I was able to go around and add plenty of decorations around, and I really like the elevated thing. Gives me use of the ground underneath it for my crops. This was another building that was here. The caravan workers, they do have a few beds around that you can't get rid of, but I was able to add some. And then a lot of these wood crates, you can't build those, and they look really cool. So I wanted to keep as many of those as I could. I added the cabinet and the dresser. Then you just got to find every little corner that you can to put enough food down for everyone. And then here's another little kind of mini boxcar shack that I placed up here to give me more room for crops underneath it so the settlers and things can get to them. Then this little bridge and this hut here was here, but I've added some of the hanging lanterns and pillar glitched in a door and made a little apartment under here. Was able to get in a outhouse. I made a little platform at the end of this walkway that you can't get rid of, and I was able to place a Nuka-Cola machine. Then we got beds and beers, and this is already a shop when you get the settlement. He runs the bar, Joe here, and then he's got another guy, his son, Tony, runs the hotel, and that's what's up on top. So I just wanted to add some more to it, because you can't get rid of much. And things like this, that's just really cool looking. You can't build that, so there's no way I wanted to get rid of that. But I was able to add, like a shelf and radio and different things around just to kind of spice it up a little bit. Then up on top, you got the hotel rooms, if I could walk up the thing here. And I've added some of the railings. Then I've put new beds in here because they were just mattresses on the floor. And then just added a few things to it. I didn't really decorate the walls because this is just the motel, and you can rent those rooms. Another little corner for food. This is another hut that was here. You can't get rid of it. But this wall, I pillar glitched that wall in. You see right there, there's just it was open up to right there. There's just a railing there. And I was able to enclose that because this is the Brahmin pen over here. And I love those new feeding troughs from Dry Rock Gulch. But I was able to pillar glitch in these two little wall pieces here to close off the house from the kind of makeshift barn there. And I've added some hay bales and things. Then this wrought iron fence runs along this length all the way to the building. And it looked all right, but I thought, adding some junk fences to it just gave it a little more character. So I rug glitched those in, kind of enclosed this walkway a little bit all the way over here to the shops. And then above it, I was able to get the scaffolding really close to make a little house on top of that to be able to use, make use of the little bit of space that we got. And see, I got it close enough. I didn't want to put any walls on that side. I just used the walls of the building. Then we'll head into the Bunker Hill Emporium here. And there's, the scaffolding going up on top I thought fit in really well. It's not in the way. Then I've added some of the Nuka mixer machines over here, stations. Then I was able to pillar glitch in my clothing shop into the counter that was already here. Then I've added some things around to kind of make it look like a little clothing merchant over here. Not so much a clothing maker, but the merchant. And most of this in here is here when you get the settlement. There are shops already here. There's Deb here. She's a general trader. Lucas, he sells armor. And then Cricket and Doc Weathers also come in here also. And I just added a few junk pieces around just to kind of help out with the look, because I didn't want to get rid of these crates and things. Then my armor bench over here. This is another counter that was here. You can see there where I pillar glitched it in, and I know it blocks off the shelves around the glass, but I really like having it in there. It fits in with the rest of the feel of the other counters. Then I was able to add a workbench and plenty of weapons on the walls, and a few ammo boxes laying around. Then I was able to give them all cash registers and things like that. So that's Bunker Hill. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. I appreciate that very, very much. And don't forget to subscribe to us. We got more videos coming out. I think I'm going to head over to Abernathy Farm after this. I got a pretty good idea of what I want to do over there. So I'll probably work on that this weekend. Hopefully I'll have that up for you in a few days. This little platform here, I was able to place down one of the wood bridges, and then I pillar glitched some junk fence around it to give it a little more structure to the turret stand there, guarding the door. So if anybody's got any questions about what I did here, or any feedback or anything else, please leave a comment. Always happy to answer any questions or read feedback, So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.